We are ready, Master.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. This is our last Dharma talk for the 4Chi at DTT this summer. And thank you for joining us. First of all, I'd like you to welcome our ex-men. They drove up all the way from Los Angeles to bring us some exercise equipment. Thank you. Welcome. All right. That's what we do. We try to, I first try to encourage our Sanghans, our residents to exercise a little bit better. This is a trend nowadays, everyone is exercising. We might as well. And so we got some equipment we brought up here. So an excuse for you to come to the temple more often instead of going to the gym, and bring your family, your kids, and exercise, spend time together. All right, thank you all for coming. I heard there are 4 of you, I only see 2. They all disappeared. Okay, no problem. The little one counts? Okay. All right, as usual, tonight can you lower the volume a little? Tonight, and there you go, should be natural, should not be overwhelming. Tonight, as usual, we'd like to use this session for feedback and comments and suggestions. So let's go ahead. How has it been for you?
Number 2.
Yes, 2.
Thank you, Master. Actually, my feedback is not directly related to this 4Chi, but it's like about my obstruction. Is that okay? I see.
Sure. Okay, anything goes. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you, Master. So it's been 3 years since the last time I participated the whole 4Chi at at Lu Mountain. So I have time. I live not very far from temples, but because of my obstruction, I just can't make it for years. So this time, I'm very happy to be here. I look back. I feel there's 3 things help me to make it happen. So I want to share. So the first thing, at the beginning of this year, I asked help from Master for getting plaques for my husband. So after he got many kind of depression plaques, I feel he changed a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I feel that his changes are celebrated. Like last year is 3G, this year is 5G. So for example, last year when DTT hosted 4Chi, my husband and I drove here at the last day of 4Chi, and we planned to. I was planning to help at the kitchen and have lunch here. But when we went to the kitchen, Chun was there, and I told my husband Chun just finished her 9-day fasting. So somehow he got afflicted immediately, and he said to us, "Oh, you people just have nothing to do, so that's why you're here."
That's true.
Okay, kind of.
What are we doing that's so important? Look, they have to go out and work and make a living.
Yeah, I know.
We do nothing.
And he said, I'm busy, I'm leaving now. And he just turned to me and said, I will drive home and you take a train. I'm so shocked. It's totally not him. Usually he treats people and me very nicely. So I look at him and he was so angry. So I said, okay, let's back home. But I will drive, not you. That's last year. And this year, last Saturday, he just drove me off at the DTT. And he even followed me, went into the Buddha Hall. That's his first time entered the Buddha Hall. Even he has been at the DTT a few times. Sometimes he just stay in the car, not even went into the dining room. So he went to in the Buddha Hall, and we watched the.
Was Chun there?
No, this year. Oh, it's not. It's nothing about the Chun.
Might be related.
So we went to Buddha Hall and we watched the master's birthday video. And he just walked around in the Buddha Hall and look at the statues. But I feel he looks pretty happy. But I think compared to the 3 beautiful statues, he lacks the AV station more. We back to the dining room, and I said, do you want to say hello to Master? And he said, I don't know what to say. Can you come with me? I said, sure. So I really feel he became more stable and happier than before. So thank you, Master. That's the first thing. The second thing, I want to give the credit to Master Z because this Chinese New Year, I made a wish to Master Z. I said I hope I can participate for Qi once this year. So thank you, Master Z. My wish comes true. And I don't know how you did it, but I hope you can do it again next year.
Spread the word.
During this Qi, I luckily always near Master Z, and his voice very powerful, and it's not very loudly, but very, very stable and powerful. So help him a lot to focus. So thank you, Master Z. And third things, I just learned when my husband complained, I should just shut up and no react. So because 1 week before this Qi, I said to him, the summer Qi is coming. I want to spend 1 week at the DTT. And he looked not very happy, but it's okay. He said, oh, it's up to you. But you spend too much time on your cultivation. And you have no interest in travel with me, climbing with me. I just said to myself, I said, this is not true. It's totally not true. Because I don't think I'm a vigorous cultivator, no, I don't think so. And we travel a lot every year, I think. And I'm the one who make the plan, book the tickets, book the hotel, rent the car, just figure out where to go in different places. So I don't think I don't think he said it's true. But before I speak out, he continued. He said, don't defend yourself. I just want you to know how I'm feeling. So at that time, I just realized, he just want to complain. It's not about true and false, right and wrong. So I just shut up. After 2 days, I asked him, can you drop me off at DTT this Saturday? He said, yes, I can do that. So that's the happen. My husband and I used to talk to each other about everything and share everything. I used to think have a good communication can resolve every problems. But in the recent a few years, I think it now works. I talked more, and I think my thought fit the thought more, and they cannot resolve any problem. So I think if when there's some conflict, if I don't react, I just shut up. Most time it works. Yeah, that's what I learned. So that's the three things I think make it happen. I can be here, and for this 4Qi, I think I didn't miss any session. I really enjoy every day, and thank you, Master Zi, Master Xinxin, and all the sanghas. Also, thank you. Also, thanks the kitchen crew. We have a delicious food every day. So, thank you so much.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. That's true. Thank you, the Sangha. Thank you, the kitchen crew. Thank you, everyone, for pitching in. It's a community effort. Is more?
Yeah, I forgot one thing that I need to tell you, because the last year I'm so bothering about the shooting things. My husband even stopped asking me to go to practice shooting, asked me to practice shooting with him. And he always, just from this year, he go to the indoor shooting range with friends or by himself when I go to temple.
What kind of gun does he have?
Yeah, last year I'm so worried about it. How about it? I got a gun as a birthday gift this year, but it doesn't happen. It didn't happen.
No more shooting, but what kind of gun does he have?
I don't know.
357 Magnum?
I don't know. Sorry.
You don't know?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're such a boring person. I like Glock 9.
Yeah.
Or Walter PK. That's James Bond. Small thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need to go to shoot.
You don't go anymore.
Yeah. Thank you. When I go to the temple, he will go to the shooting range. It's perfect. Thank you, Master.
Balance, you know. You go shoot something, and you go shoot yourself. Okay. Anyone else? First of all, you learning. First of all, there is common sense. Let's be real about it. When you spend time at the temple, that's less time that you spend with your family. So we need to be cognizant about it. You have commitment to your family, obligations to your family. And especially when you have some time off, it's expected you spend time with them. Even like some cases, they sit there and watch TV and expect you to rub the belly for them. That's how it is. Okay, that's how we were raised. That's how I was raised. And so be sensitive about it. You get a lot out of these things. That's why you keep on coming. Let's face it, okay? And they have the fun, so you need to make sure they have the fun as well. And then when you go home, you must be sensitive and yield more, because that's what we're supposed to learn. The more wisdom you have, the more yielding you become. It shows right at home first, okay? So when you go home, be more yielding, be more patient, and be more considerate. Bring something home. Instead of bringing the croissants here to the temple, bring some home. Don't neglect the family, okay? So just common sense. You need to make up for the time lost for them, because they feel abandoned. Your spouses feel abandoned, that you found something more interesting than them. So they feel somewhat insecure about it, and that's normal. A little bit jealous towards us for getting your attention, your time, and not them. So we need to be cognizant of that and learn to cope with it effectively. Okay? Just common sense for everyone. So I would go home and stop by a flower shop and give them a flower. Why not? We're sensitive too. And little things like that, okay? To show that you think of them. That's all. Maybe not the temple, but on the way home. Okay? You're here, you're supposed to drop him, by the way. Okay. And so this is common sense. If what happened with him is a fact that the blessings conveyed to his ghosts actually help them, the ghosts like it. That's why they back down. Okay? It's the same thing. They said, what's in it for me? That's what everyone's attitude is. So when you give them the blessings and they found them to be useful, okay, then they relent. They say, okay, and then I will think it's a good thing. I accept it's a good thing. Therefore, they are a lot more cooperative. That's all. That's just natural. The change in attitude compared to before is because it's from the ghosts. Okay, they are a lot more cooperative, let's say. Okay. And as far as communication skills, this is very important. That's something that we Asians, really the Asian culture, don't put enough emphasis on, because we are Freudian. Confucian, not Freudian. Okay, Confucian. So we're supposed to yield and obey and so forth. I mean, the female side is supposed to do that, and it's not working for young people nowadays. What generation are you, Ted? Yeah, what year? 1990. Is that Z or millennial? Millennial? Oh, very good. Okay, I send you that list. You memorize it? I have yet to memorize it. Been so busy. Okay, so you have to. You have not just generational reasons, but it's about effective communications. It doesn't matter which generation you belong to, we all have the same common needs. The needs to vent when we are frustrated, we're afflicted, we need to vent, otherwise we go crazy. It's something that's not stressed enough out there, okay? We're afflicted, things will make us upset, and all we need is just vent, scream at something, beat at someone, because it helps. That's all. Okay? So this is what the Chan training is very handy. When it happens, you simply take it, and that's it. Endure it, and until it blows over. The storm will blow over, for sure. Okay? That's all you have to do. The problem with most people, most folks, is that they react to it. And that's where you have all sorts of issues. And it's a shame to see it happen within your family, because that's where you learn to apply what you learn here at the temple. Okay. And so just go home, and you need to be aware of sometimes you look at a person, is, you know, they lose a temper or a little bit envious and jealous. That's normal. Okay? Let it ride. Let it go. There's no need to react to it. Okay? The way you change people is not by forcibly changing them. The best way to change people is what? Anyone? Yeah, two.
By example?
Okay, Dr. Sharon says by example. Why by example?
If you change and they like the changes they see in you, then they kind of say, maybe there's something to what I'm doing.
That's what we've been preaching. Let me add one more step. Okay? People change because they're motivated to change. They want to change. Okay, so you see, for example, you say by example is, for example, you've been coming to the temple, you come home now, there's certain, lo and behold, imperceptibly, gradually, they realize you become more patient. It happens to all of you. Okay, this is the nature of the practice. You all become more patient. It's for real. I notice in all of you. This is why you keep on coming to the temple. The more you come to the temple, the longer you come to the temple, the more patient you all become. That's wisdom. Wisdom is patience. Okay? Wisdom is not to overreact. Wisdom is to be able to take it and not let it afflict you. That's why we call it wisdom, because it's better for you, it's better for everyone around you. Wisdom is to benefit all of you, all of us. Okay? It's not something intellectual or conceptual. It's a real thing. It's a way of life. It is a philosophy of life. You all become more patient naturally, okay? And so your friends, your family, they notice it, and they like it, and that's really what drives them to emulate you, and maybe in a way deserve your time, deserve your kindness, deserve your attention, deserve your croissants. Okay? They want to change because they're motivated. Whether it's by guilt, by like, by aspiration, whatever it is, they have to be motivated. So you want to change people, especially kids, for example. You need to look at them and say, what would they want? What do we need to do to motivate them to change? That's how you teach children. Okay? Maybe sardines like dolphins, we train dolphins. Maybe sometimes we talk to them. Sometimes we play with them. But don't be like pale-faced people. Hey, buddy, how are you today? That is so ineffective. Because it makes your kids feel so important, which is baloney. It's okay to have fun with them. It's okay to communicate with them. But don't inflate their ego. That's not healthy for them. And that's what's wrong with this generation. Not that, but younger generation. Young generation anymore. What happened to all of Gen Zs and Alpha? Anyway, this baloney thing about my generation, where we go home and call out, "Hey buddy, how you?" So forth. It's total nonsense. It's so stupid to me. Okay, you have to set the example so that your kids aspire to be like you, not you lowering to your kids' level. That's nonsense. But wait a minute, what do I know? I have no kids except adults. Okay, so you have to look at what motivates them. That's all. So people are very smart, especially when they share their lives with you, their time with you at work, at the bar, and so forth. They observe you. They notice a difference. Okay, and therefore, you should. They will only change when they want to change. Okay? That's all. You too.
Thank you, Master. We have a comment here from Robin's Nest. Emitofuo, Master. I wanted to thank you for your exquisite advice yesterday. I just got off the phone with my brothers before starting this live stream. After I made a heartfelt apology, my brother really appreciated me saying that I should not pressure him into activities he doesn't want to do. And he assured me he is still interested in other Buddhist activities. We all left the conversation happy.
You're welcome. Okay. Got lucky. And what was it? I forgot. What else did you talk about? Anyway, no big deal. Huh? Sex? Lead by example? Oh, I don't want to talk about that. What do I know about leading by example? Wei Mao.
Thank you, Master. I want to share my experience with the Fochi. So I got to participate for a good 3 days. Had a root canal, and then went to the first day of Fochi, and it was kind of painful, but made it through, and it was good. Went back to work, and it seems like more brutal than before. I don't know if it's the anger, some anger in my mind, but felt the anger on the streets out there, and I was afflicted, but came back for a good 2 days, past 2 days. Went through the whole schedule with Fochi, so I feel like I'm going through some uncomfortable changes, but I don't know what they are, so not supposed to know, but change is good. And what else? Oh yeah, I like the whole vibe in here, and I like being part of the whole family, and I appreciate it. And I don't like the vibe on the outside world, but it is what it is. And Emitofuo, and I hope everybody had a good Fochi. So thanks.
Very good. And this is what we try to do. We try to create a bubble for you. This is not real. This is not how the world functions. Okay? So we have this bubble here for you to come, and you can be yourself and learn to shed things. Okay, and so we are quite determined to do that, because over the years we found that it's helpful to our people. Okay, we're small, And but what we have, we share. That's the kind of attitude we have. And so, actually, and you need to understand, all of you need to understand this process. This is an environment where you can come and vent, okay, and learn to let go, okay. If possible, try to let go of all your worldly worries for a while you're here. You have plenty of time to pick it up, okay. And this is, don't worry about us. We can take it, okay? This is why we open our doors for you to bow to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and so forth if you feel like it. I don't like bowing, I told you that, right? Okay. Even Guanyin statue at Blue Mountain Temple. We finally, after several years at Blue Mountain Temple, some of our people decided to bring some Vietnamese statues, okay, from Vietnam, stone statues. And one of them is Guanyin Bodhisattva in the quarter, okay, and so every day people now started coming to the temple and bow to the statues, and then there's a lady there who would bow religiously every single day, okay, and no, I don't. She's too old now. I don't think she comes to the temple anymore. So one day she came to me and she said, "You know, Guanyin told me, it's nice you bow to me every day because the abbot doesn't." So every time I go by him, I would find a reason to look somewhere else. And I thought she would not even notice. She did. So cute. She would not go like, "Hey boy, what do you think you're doing?" No, she endured it. You see, that's exactly the attitude. The more you don't like it, the more you learn to endure in our environment. It will change you, make you a better person. Okay? When you go back out there, be yourself. Go shoot at the target or something. But here, this is our environment. You learn to, okay, maybe you get used to it and then you drop things. Your worries at work is so much work. I'm sure most of you are so overwhelmed at work. And so, you come to a place like this, even for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just sit down, meditate, bow to the Buddha, read something, or watch a video, or whatever, okay? But you learn to drop it just for the duration. And will do you a ton of good, a lot more good than you realize. It's that simple, okay? It's like you need a break. And without a break, your mind becomes tired and inefficient. And this is what people don't realize. The more pressure you have, the more you make sure that you take the time to take a break. Meditate, go to the temple. I assure you, it pays off handsomely. Guaranteed. Okay? And what else? Oh, yeah, there's more, but it's time. Yes, over here too.
Master, this is my first Fochi, and I have few comments and questions. So I attended the full Fochi. I don't stay here. Every day I come around 9:30, and leave around 10:30. So I definitely noticed there's some mini breakthroughs in myself in terms of concentration. This is the first time I kind of start to feel like, oh, I can stand here and recite mantra like a tree, and I can walk around reciting mantra in the Buddha's name undisturbed by kids running around. So that's
undisturbed. Notice, undisturbed.
Undistracted. Let me say. Before I would be very like, oh. Now I'm just like, okay, I'm still working. I sometimes don't even notice what's happening around me. So that's a big improvement for me. And So I don't obviously know how the program works, but I just really feel during the Fuqi that this is a really powerful program. There's so much wisdom and the power into designing this. So again, I really want to thank the entire Sangha and the volunteers for making this happen, and thank Master YongHua and Grandmaster Shenhua for giving us this great treasure. I just really felt the power of it. It's just highly effective. And personally, I also found helpful was Master Z staying around after each session, because I'm newbie. I don't really know how to recite. I don't know how to do walking mantra. And for the first 3 days, I really was just copying what everybody's doing. I'm like watching what I'm trying to learn. And at some point, I start to ask questions because Master Z is hanging around. Oh, where should I focus? What speed is I'm at? If I encounter this, what should I do? So I get my question addressed so quickly that the next session I can practice. So I find that after Master Z taught me to focus on my dantian and recite from my dantian, I start to notice my concentration just shoot up straight, because now I know how to do it properly. So really thank you, Master Z, for providing me this insight and staying around to give us the opportunity and the space to ask questions. And also I'm wondering, maybe in future, we can have some mini video tutorial for the newbies so we get it. We just get it when we come, if needed.
Good point. Yeah, good point. To be honest with you, we're in the habit of discouraging people from coming again. Okay, that's from Blue Mountain Temple days. And but now we should change, because it's important for us to remind the newcomers to, or at least give them an introduction or some hand-holding and give them a chance to ask questions and so forth. So, yes, thank you for bringing it up. Okay, Master Z, take care of that.
Because what I noticed is that even for some more seasoned person during lunch we were talking about, I actually realized some of them don't really know everything that Master Z taught me in 2 minutes. And they have been practicing longer because they did not ask the question, so they don't really know the full picture. Mm-hmm. So I think it will, if Master Z can record the 2 minutes you taught me, it will be helpful for many, many of us.
Definitely. Okay, Master Z? Yeah.
Sorry, Master Z, for creating work. I can video you if that helps. Also, Master, you said yesterday that don't give us, when you talked about that there are some weasel ghosts with that lady, but Master Shenhua did not fix her till she asked. So you taught us that, taught the Sangha that don't teach unless they ask. I'm just wondering whether that applies to cultivation. Let's say Sangha notice me doing everything wrong, walking wrong, the hand gesture wrong, bowing wrong. Should they say something to me, or should we?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
We should have fun. I insist on that. To me, cultivation has to be fun, otherwise we get bored. Okay, good point. I don't know. What do you think? Should we tell them or not? The rest of you, should we tell them or not? That's part of the training, by the way. It's a test as well. Sometimes when people are not serious, you tell them, they're not going to listen anyway. Okay, so it doesn't hurt to wait a little. Don't appear over anxious. It's because typically the people go to a place, a typical place, usually when it's run by lay people, there's always commercial interests. Okay, when you go to temples nowadays, unfortunately, many temples are quite concerned about their overhead. I went to Korea and I went to a couple of big temples, the last trip. Nice, very nice temple, very adorned. And the one common thread I saw is that they are concerned about their overhead. It's a big place. To heat it costs a lot of money in Korea. Okay? And there's water, there's cleaning, and so forth. Okay? Electricity, and so forth. You see, so it's a lot of pressure on the temples to maintain it, to keep it open for the public. And I'm not asking for money. I'm just saying, how did it come out? What happened to the basket? Excuse me, old habits. And so understandably, many temples, they're concerned about the overhead. And I want to bring it up because I hope that my Sangha would never be that way. Okay? This is not why we're doing this. We're not doing this because we need money, because we need fame, recognition, whatever. We're doing this, so that's why you, Sanghas, I hope will remember this. By the time I'm done, I like to leave enough money around after me so that you don't have to worry about your overhead, worry about your maintenance, worry about making ends meet, so that you continue just to give, to practice giving, to help when we can. That's all. Because the world is too preoccupied with profits nowadays. Okay? Confucius, when he first started, he's very revolutionary. At the times, in order for you to study, because knowledge and studies will elevate your social status, it was only reserved for the rich people. And Confucius is the first Chinese teacher who said, I will teach anyone. You don't even need to give me a chicken, which usually most families do. When they come over, become his students, usually they come and give him a chicken or something. Okay? And so that is a spirit that is rarely seen anymore. Okay? It's much easier for you to make a killing, make a lot of money, and then you get bored and say, now I want to do philanthropy. Okay? I'm proposing there should be a way of life where you should be doing good and maybe hopefully make a decent living. Okay? If you happen to be rich, so be it. You don't get rich, you won't be hurt by that. You won't feel that you're a failure. Okay? But the point being that someone has to take a loss so that others can benefit. And I hope that you Sanghas will buy into that concept that the world needs us to be the example for them, that we can take a loss. We're not worried about making money and so forth. And we create these bubbles for you so that you can come when you can and let go, relax, and vent, and so that you don't have to vent on your family, on your co-workers, on your employees. And that's a very small way that we contribute to society, because we too are consuming the water, the electricity, and so forth, the air, and so forth. So we need to pay our dues to society as well. And therefore, why can't we as Sanghas, as a group of people, give? And so this is the kind of bubble that we're creating for that purpose, where we are not able to go out there and give to everyone, but when everyone come here, we give as much as we can. Okay? And we can't anymore, and we sell it. And you go to the mountains and be happy forever. That's my dream. You're really not a man in my world until you go to the mountain and brave the cold, brave the hunger, brave the wild beasts. I'm weak. I'm sorry, you're not done yet. Two.
Personally, I think I'm taking cultivation pretty seriously, and I think I'm very sincere. If Sangha notice anything I do wrong, I would really appreciate if we point it out, so I don't go down the wrong path for too long. Thank you. And I'm doing Fochi. We have an Indian lady sitting in the back all the time, and there's a lot of running doing grand transfer. She joined us for the first night, and we realized she likes to walk, so she did not join us the running for the next sessions. I never invited her back myself because I thought this is not the right Dharma door for her since she doesn't run. But yesterday, when Master joined us for the great transfer, I noticed that you went to invite the lady join us and walk patiently with her. And when I saw that, I just had a lot of emotion come out. There's love feeling, like also there's a little bit shame, and there's like, because in my mind, I think I was too focused on keeping the assembly in shape and in the right way of doing it, and versus Master showed us a different way of cultivation. So Master, would you mind share a little bit more about what you value more and what you were thinking when you did that? Thank you.
I don't know. I don't know what got to me. It's hard to explain. But my attitude is that, to be honest with you, I'm too old to be doing this. In my country, at the age of 60, we out of here. Okay? I'm way past that. So there's no excuse for me to stick around. Okay? And so our ideals in my generation, it's not the case anymore, is that by the age of 60, you have a full life, a good life, and then you retire. Okay? And that's our ideals. But for some reason, I'm still doing this because of gratitude to my teacher. He gave me so much. He changed me by sharing his Dharma. He didn't teach me directly, but the fact he left his Dharma around, his teaching around, and was translated into English for me to read, I'm eternally grateful for that, because until I met that, I was a rather unpleasant person. MBA type, we are so full of ourselves, and nothing but success will do. And so it changed my life, and I'm grateful for that. And when I was able to understand that part, I looked at how his Dharma was being distorted, being misinterpreted. It bothered me. So I said, if I got so much out of it, the least I could do is to share more of it to others. That's all. So my attitude is my actions are driven by gratitude. If I retire, what's going to happen to you, to your children, to the people who have been so patient and supporting us all these years? What we have today is from the support of all of you. Okay? And so I said, so my attitude is gratitude, not only to my teacher, but also to all the help and support we received over the years from coming from a nobody and then become rejected by the sanghas that I looked up to, aspired to, and to be able to survive that, okay, and to be able to find students to share with them what I know, I find that to be quite rewarding, okay, and personally, I kind of like it. I kind of like you. This is why we're doing this, because you are very special. I see, it's like, you know, I don't have children. I hate children, by the way. There's a lot of things in life I hate. I don't know why. I'm so, not normal. But it's like when you have children, and it's fun, it's fascinating to watch them grow. I have the same kind of experience. I watch you grow, each and every one of you, from different age, different skin colors, hair colors, and so forth. It's fun for me to watch you grow and change and become happier with yourself. And to me, it's very rewarding to see that. So it's fascinating to see how your kids grow up. How I see your children coming here and see how they changed. When I first came to Blue Mountain Temple, the boys were fighting each other constantly, okay, and making noises by the Buddha Hall. And after a couple of years, they stopped fighting and they started, becoming friendly and so forth. So even we don't teach our children, but the energy rubs off them. It's interesting, okay? And so we're doing this because we want to share the good things. Okay, that's part of happiness in life, is to be able to share your happiness with others. You Chinese call it partners. I don't call it partners. I like to share with you my joy, my grief, my aggravations. Okay, that's important. And so that's why when the lady back there and everyone is having fun, I look at her and say, is it one last round here where she doesn't have to run? Why don't we share it with her? It's the attitude, that's all. Yes, that's it. And so, I'm very grateful to all of you for coming to the temple, not only to support it, but also to cultivate and to tell us and give us feedback, like tonight, so that we can be better and do a better job to help you. And so it's a learning experience as well for all of us, okay? It's not there. I'm also the kind of person who insists on growth. Retirement is kind of slow death to me, okay? Because you're too tired of life. I'm going to run away from life, so that no one can touch me anymore. No one can put pressure on me anymore. And so I would like to continue to do this as long as I can, and build these bubbles everywhere we go, okay? We have a bubble in Southern California, we have a bubble up here, we have a bubble in Korea, maybe 2 bubbles in Korea, and so forth. And so I'd like to train my students so that lay people and left-home people to create more bubbles, okay, so that it's very humble. We just share what we have, and so that society, the world can see there's a way of life where you can be at peace within yourself and with others, so that we don't have to go to war with each other, don't have to steal from each other, but share the good things we have. Life is so beautiful, There's so much to share. You don't need to steal, there's no need to kill. I still like guns though. And so and that's a promise I'm making to all of you. As long as I still have that opportunity, I will create more bubbles, make this bubble grow a little bit bigger. For example, we're hoping that this bubble here will be a little bit bigger so that we can handle more of you. We can share with more of you. Okay, you feel more comfortable coming and not as crampy as before. Yes, there's a lot of people, a lot of comments here. Let me go to 5 first, and I'm coming back to you a little bit later because you're going to make me mushy very soon. Yes, 5.
Check. I just wanted to give a thank you to some people. I was taking place in Pho Chi down at the White Mountain Temple. And it was really important for me to be able to take part in it. I got the whole week off work to be able to do it. But it occurred to me that so much of like the real blessings in life is just opportunity. Like you mentioned, opportunity. And there are a lot of things in life that you can synthetically create or try to construct, but like opportunity is just God-given, or maybe not the best choice of words for a Buddhist temple, but to have an opportunity like this is something that is a really beautiful and impactful thing. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to the people who made it happen. And I'm sure there's a lot of people behind the scenes that I don't know your name, but to the venerables that ran the ceremonies and down at Way Mountain, to Francis, who knocks it out of the park every day, and Venerable Shin Tong for doing all the cooking, and Venerable XS, who doesn't want to be shown on camera, but you should zoom into her anyway. And Venerable One Tech for coming down and starting the Discord for the 4 a.m. ceremony. But yeah, I just want to say thank you because it's a beautiful opportunity, and didn't happen without a lot of people and a lot of energy. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the input. Let's go to 6.
Emitofuo Master, couple of points. My relationship with my mom has improved a lot since we started coming to the temple, and I think for this Pho Chi, I was originally thinking that maybe I would send my mom to my brother's place in Texas, and then I would just come by myself. But she really wanted to come, and I think she's really getting something coming to the temple. And I don't even know honestly what she does. She sits there at the back, and she doesn't fully understand what's going on, but she says she feels peaceful. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, she's and my relationship with her at the home has improved a lot. Mm. And if you don't come to the temple like 3-4 days continuously, then we can see the reactions the old patterns start to come out. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad and that she's coming here. And also thank you so much for you and the temple here for accommodating her, both at Way Mountain Temple and also here for the retreat.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. And I know you made a lot of sacrifices to drive up here as well. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Master. And second point for the Pho Chi experience, the first 4 days I had like one bad experience that happened at my workplace that kept replaying in my head over and over again, the person and what transpired between us. Most of my afflictions these days are all coming from my workplace. So this one was like a pretty escalated, bad, pretty much like a fight with that person. It's a conflict that got escalated over time. But anyhow, on the 5th day, I think I noticed my mind became very slow, and that picture and the same repeatedly coming into my mind started to fade away. And I actually feel only good only today, and it's too bad that it's ending. But I feel like, it's more peaceful today. Haven't felt this good for a long time. So thank you so much again for the opportunity.
Very good. That's samadhi right there. Good for you. Yes, 8 over here.
Dạ kính thưa thầy, lời đầu tiên con muốn nói là lần đầu tiên mà Thùy dắt con tới quê Sơn Tự thì đọc kinh tiếng Tàu không mà con rất là khó hiểu về bản kinh, nhưng mà con không biết cái động lực nào thì không biết mà con cứ tiếp tục tới. Và cái lần đầu tiên con được Phật thất là ở quê Sơn Tự lần đầu tiên, và con còn nhớ là cái lần đó thì tu được mấy ngày thì trong cái đoàn Phật thất có một số người bị cảm cúm giống như là Covid, thì trong đó cũng có con. Nhưng mà không biết tại sao con chỉ có bị sốt một đêm, và qua ngày mai thì cô Hiền Thuận đã vào nhờ Thùy giác hơi cho con, và con được nhẹ và con tu tiếp tục. Và trong cái Phật thất đó rất là hoan hỷ. Đó là cái buổi Phật thất đầu tiên của con. Và đây là cái
Let him translate.
bị sốt.
Để đợi ông thông dịch đi.
Hello, Master. First of all, I would like to say that at first time Thuy took me to Wei Mountain Temple.
That's a long time ago,
I
huh?
feel
Wei Mountain Temple.
hesitated because we all chanting in Chinese, and I don't understand what motivation that keep coming to the temple. And I participated in the 4Chi. First time is at Wei Mountain Temple, and I remember that. After cultivated for several days, I saw that a lot of people around me got sick. The flu just feels like COVID. So me personally, I just have a little fever for the first day, but the second day, Venerable Shinshin come.
Yeah, Shinshin is our healer.
Dạ, con cảm ơn cô Hân Tượng. Dạ, con muốn hỏi thầy một cái nữa là con rất cảm ơn thầy là trước 8 tháng mà mẹ chồng con qua đời thì Thùy có thỉnh cái bài vị 49 ngày cho bà, và sau đó bà mất. Thì sau khi bà mất xong được 3 tuần thì bà đã vãng sanh. Dạ, qua lời thầy nói thì bà đã vãng sanh, thì chúng con gia đình rất là hoan hỷ và xúc động, tại vì tụi con cũng muốn mẹ con được về cõi lành, cõi Phật. Dạ, con rất là cảm ơn công đức của thầy. Và một điều nữa là con muốn hỏi là tụi con cũng hai vợ chồng con cũng có thỉnh bài vị 49 ngày, nhưng mà tụi con thì trẻ tuổi hơn thầy. Thì con nếu mà thầy có đi trước tụi con, thầy có qua đời trước tụi con thì như thế nào? Và con có thể thỉnh thầy trụ thế dài lâu hơn được hay không? Và tất cả mọi người ở đây được cái lợi ích đó. Dạ.
Okay.
Dạ, thông dịch.
And I also have a question for you, Master. I actually really appreciate that. So 8 months before my mother-in-law passed away, Thuy also requested a pre-49 day service from the temple, and only after 3 weeks after she passed away, I got confirmation from Master that she got rebirth to the Pure Land, and me and my family feel very touched because of that, because we all want her to rebirth to the Pure Land. And there's one thing that we also wish, we also want, and I have a question for you, is that both of us, me and my husband, also request the pre-49 day. However, we know that our age are a little bit younger than you, and we just afraid that you're gonna pass away before us, and what happened after that. So we would like to ask if Master can stay in this world longer.
No, you can't ask. Why I decided to go, no one had to stop me.
Vậy, dạ, vậy con có thể xin đi trước khi mà thầy được không? Giống như là đi về Phương Lan cũng giống như hồi xưa mà 500 vị ni đã chứng A La Hán thời thời Đức Phật á, là trước khi Đức Phật ra đi á, thì các vị sợ cảm thấy Đức Phật đi rất là buồn, cho nên đã xin Đức Phật nhập Niết Bàn trước đó thầy.
And can I please ask Master that can we die before Master or rebirth to the Pure Land before a Master leave this world? Just like 500 Bhikshuni Arhat during the Buddha's times, they felt that the Buddha's, when he entered Nirvana, they felt very sad about it. So then they request permission so that they can enter Nirvana before the Buddha.
And how are you going to arrange to die before me?
I don't know, you can do it. Dạ,
Okay, I don't need to know.
dạ, và con có cái nữa là con. Dạ.
Okay.
Dạ, một cái nữa thì con xin cảm ơn thầy. Con cũng có viết một ít lời tại vì con không có nói được suôn sẻ đó thầy. Dạ. Thì đại khái con nói là cái tuần Phật thất này con tới đây là lần thứ 2. Nhưng mà con đã buông xả tất cả giống như là ở gia đình để mà không còn lo lắng gì hết. Nhất định tới đây để tu cho một cái buổi Phật thất cho nó được tròn vẹn. Thì khi mà con đến đây như con đã nói, bước vào chánh điện thì con đã rất là xúc động và lạy tôn tượng tam thế và đã rơi nước mắt. Con nghĩ con thấy được giống như con về đây giống như là cái quê hương của con. Con rất là cảm động và rất là sung sướng. Và con nghĩ đây là cái nhân duyên phước báo của con, cho nên con mới được về nơi đây để tu học chung với đại chúng. Và những cái ngày tu tập nơi đây thì cái lòng con rất là hoan hỷ, và con cũng cảm ơn những bài pháp quý giá của thầy đã trao gửi cho chúng con, đã nhắn nhủ khuyến tấn chúng con trên cái con đường tu học, cùng những cái chia sẻ của chư bạn hữu đồng tu nơi đạo tràng. Đối với con thì đó là một niềm hạnh phúc. Và chủ nhật này thì chúng con cũng sẽ rời khỏi nơi đây để về lại Santa Ana. Con xin tri ân công đức lành của thầy đã từ bi lập nên cái khóa tu Phật thất. Con nghĩ là không có đơn giản, rất là khó khăn cho quý thầy, quý sư, quý ni. Nhưng mà thầy đã từ bi tạo điều kiện cho chúng con tu học, hầu khai mở trí tuệ tâm, trở về bản tánh thánh thiện của chính mình. Con cũng xin tri ân chư vị tăng ni đạo tràng DTT, đạo tràng Pháp Tạng và Quê Sơn Tự đã giúp cho chúng con có những thời khóa tịnh tu hàng ngày và những thực phẩm bổ dưỡng để duy trì sức lực để tinh tấn trên con đường tu học. Dạ, và con cũng xin cảm ơn chư vị đồng tu tham dự chung tay vào mọi công việc nơi đây để Phật thất này hoàn mãn hơn. Và con hy vọng rằng những Phật thất kế tiếp sẽ có nhiều Phật tử đến đây để tham dự khóa tu. Tại vì con thấy cái khóa tu Phật thất này rất là có lợi ích đối với bản thân mình và đối với gia đình, cũng như cha mẹ quá khứ và cha mẹ hiện tại của mình, và cho tất cả chúng sanh trong pháp giới, kẻ âm và người dương đều được lưỡng lợi. Dạ, con xin thành kính tri ân cảm ơn thầy rất là nhiều và chư vị tăng ni nơi đạo tràng pháp hội này. Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Dạ, và chúc tất cả thầy được sức khỏe, được dồi dào, thân tâm được thanh tịnh, và chúc tất cả quý Phật tử được gia đình luôn an lành và hạnh phúc. Nam mô A Di Đà Phật.
Emitofuo. it's quite long, so I apologize if I miss a little point in here. So I also wrote a little things for myself, and I know that because my speech is not smooth and thorough. So this is the second time that I was able to come, and so I talked to myself that I definitely have to let go and just focus on cultivation for the whole duration of the 4G. So at first, when I first came to the main Buddha hall of DTT, I felt very touched. I bowed to the statue of the three sages, and my tear came out, and I felt as if I just came back to my home, my hometown. So I felt with joy and happiness, and it's also is because of my cause and condition and the blessing that I was able to have this opportunity to be able to cultivate with this great assembly. And I also wanted to show my gratitude to all of the Dharma talk that Master have been given to us and have been sharing the experience from our co-cultivator. Those are the joy and the happiness that I receive. This Sunday, I will go back to my home in Santa Ana, so I would like to show my appreciation to Master, have created this 4G for us. It is not, I know that it's not that simple. It's involved a lot of things, so I appreciate all of the monks and the nuns that have been involved, and also particularly Master has been trying to help us open our the way of our mind and trying to help open our wisdom. And I also appreciate the Sangha at Waymartin Temple together with Lumartin DTT that provide us with nutritious food so that we can continue for our cultivation. Hopefully, I hope that a lot of Buddhist disciples can also participate in this type of cultivation just like me, because I feel that it's very helpful with me, their life, and the people around, and also the living being in this Dharma realm, both the yin and the yang, they all receive this benefit. And I hope that I wish that all monks and the nuns and master will have the mind will be calm and stable, and also to all of the Buddhist family, I hope that you all have a wonderful and happy life.
Thank you very much. Thank you for taking the time to come up here and participate. There's so much I don't know how to respond. I say where to respond, but let me just point out a few things. I'm also very grateful for the support. Our Sangha, I'm very impressed that they are not as afflicted. Usually by this time, I look at them, they're afflicted, and they would be complaining and say, Master, you work us too hard. But now it seems like they're so relaxed. Is it too easy for you, huh? The ceremony people? Maybe you should make it a little bit tougher for you. Anyway, it's very hard for you. I find you'd be hard-pressed to find any temple where you find these kind of people who are doing ceremonies at this level. Okay? Because once you've been here, I assure you go to other places, you find it very, very difficult. You'll be very afflicted. Because that's how we train our people, and you. We train on samadhi power. Okay, that we start first, and then we train them on ceremonies, so that the quality of the ceremony. I must admit, I'm so impressed. That's so very good. Okay, and also I also need to commend not only all of you who helped out, because there's so much help that we receive to make this happen. It's very complicated. Okay, of course, not to mention the Dharma protectors. They are very diligent and they are very protective. We didn't see much of a problem. And Master Z here, let me tell you, you will not find an abbot of this caliber who works very hard with you and who's very kind and compassionate, and so he's very hard worker. I'm very pleased by that, and thank you, Master Z, for your hard work. It's not only for you here, but his presence and your contribution actually carries through the airwaves, the internet waves, where the distant places may not have the same kind of effects as here, being physically here, but they really gain great benefits from tuning in, whether it's from home, whether it's from our temples and so forth, all over, everywhere. And so you are actually helping a lot of people, okay? And I assure you, it's very, very difficult to be able to practice this hard. It takes a lot of blessings. I realized that. That's why initially, when I first started, I realized there's no point in trying to reach everyone, because I was an unknown and I didn't have much support. So we were very, very deliberate in discouraging people. But now you see more and more of you are coming, and more of you are the testimonials of what this kind of cultivation, this kind of approach to life can be useful to society. So, and we realize that not many people can devote this kind of time like we have been able to. And you see how much work it took to make this happen. It's so smooth and so well oiled. And so we intend to share this with more people who are only able to come maybe for half an hour or two. So that if that's all the blessings they have, we will open our doors and so forth. So not only during the cheese, but on the weekends and so forth, special events, we will be more open-minded and be more inclusive. All right, but thank you. So many questions. Yes, two.
Emitofuo Master. Okay, today I go back to Mexico.
Today?
Yes.
So soon? Oh.
Yes, because plan change because of...
your mother.
Yes.
Yeah. Insist you go back.
Yes.
It's very wise. Go back.
Mm-hmm. Yes, actually, Master Xian Xin, I appreciate her advice. She told me it's better to go and to support her. She needs that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, well, I want to thank you for the opportunity, for allowing me to practice here at DTT, to cultivate. This time I spent was hard, but also very rewarding, totally worth it. And thank you very much, Master. And also I want to thank Master C, that he is always willing to help me and to give me advices. All the Sangha, and Master Xian Xin, and all the Sanghas from here, DTT, and from Gold Forest, and all the lay people who is, I don't know, very nice people, very good people. So thank you very much for everything.
Not all of them are nice.
What?
Not all of them are nice.
Most of them.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, and then I would like to ask you, Master, if you allow me to go back in winter to Fochi and Chanchi, to Wei Mountain Temple, requesting your guidance and your help, and to spend, maybe I try to spend at least 3 months there, if you allow me.
Well, talk to Master Z. He's a big boss here. Okay, I defer to him. He's being trained to make decisions, so he can decide. Okay.
Okay.
But we're glad that you came. I'm sorry you have to cut it short, but it's okay. We accord with conditions. That's how we cultivate. Okay. And someone asked me earlier, can she die early? I said, I'd like to know how to do that. But you have nothing to worry about. When you request the pre-49 day, it's basically your name is on the list of Amitabha Buddha's Chrome book already. And that's a problem. That's a problem because when I first conducted the experiment, I said, this is a problem because once it's on the Chrome book, I have no way of erasing it. Yeah, so that's why. But once you're on that list, he'll take care of you. Okay, you have nothing to worry about. Yes, JC. Oh, yes, sorry. Go ahead too.
And finally, I would like to ask you about advice, because now I go back to Mexico. Cultivation at home is more difficult. So there are like a lot of more obstructions. So ask for some advices to continue cultivation and no regress.
Not regress? Just keep up every day. Meditate or do whatever for an hour a day, and you will not only regress, but you also will improve. And then if you want to do it even faster, improve even faster, then listen to the Dharma talks. Okay, when you're driving, listen. Somewhere you're driving, just listen with one ear. Don't worry about understanding. And if you keep on hearing things that you don't understand, maybe when you remember, you jot it down and ask us, okay?
Yes, Master, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
See you soon.
Okay. JC.
감사합니다. 저도 운 좋게 불칠 기간 동안 하루에 조금씩 참여를 할 수 있었는데, 제가 미국에서 불칠을 한 적은 없지만 하는 시간 동안 그 어디에서도 갖지 못했던 감사한 시간을 가졌고 마스터께 감사드리는 마음이 많았습니다. 저희 질문은 다르마톡을 들을 때 저희는 이제 영어를 잘하는 사람도 있지만 마스터의 영어를 잘 알아듣지 못하는데 한국말 통역 버전이 있고 마스터 원문이 있을 때 둘 다 들을 시간이 없을 때 어떤 것을 우선적으로 들으면 좋을지 여쭤보고 싶었습니다. 한국말로 듣는다고 해서 다 이해하는 건 아니지만 그래도 네.
Master, I'd like to thank to you first. I was able to participate daily to Fochi. Not all the time, but the time is allowed that I was able to participate. So I have a question. It's about the Dharma talk. Between the Korean translation Dharma talk versus English Dharma talk. When we don't have enough time, not that I understand fully entire Korean translation. Even if I hear it, I might not understand 100%. But if you don't have enough time, which one should we choose to listen? Korean translation or the original English Dharma talk? Thank you.
Korean's okay. The Korean translation is pretty good. I think. I hope. Okay. Now, this is a case of a lady here when I first came to K-Land. I look at her, and she was very afflicted constantly and overwhelmed. And to be honest with you, I look at her and said, I don't think you can make it. I think you will drop out. You're too afflicted. And somehow, look at her now. So it's nice to see that. Okay? Keep it up. Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Master. I have a comment here and also a question. Fang Lan says, during Fo Chi Sit, it's so quiet and very clean feeling. And basically, she's saying here, she wants to express her appreciation because she came for half a day of Fo Chi before a midnight flight pickup, and she felt so much better. Slept 4 hours and up for the whole day today. I still feel the peace, so she's very grateful. And thank you for everything.
Okay, thank you for the feedback. Anyone else? Are you done here at all? You have. Huh?
I'm not done yet.
JMT still has questions. Go ahead.
네. 미안해요, 비키. 마스터, 한국에서도 스케줄을 따라서 하셨고요. 특히 미국 오전 8시 세션은 한국의 밤 12시거든요. 그런데 보산사가 환경이 좋지도 않은데도 이렇게 모든 스케줄을 따라서 밤 12시에 하시고 또 새벽 5시에 하시고 이렇게 최선을 다해서 한국에서 수행하신 불자님들께 존경과 감사를 드리고 또 마스터께 감사드립니다. 네, 이상입니다.
Master, sorry, Vicky. Master, we follow schedule. The 9 a.m. Is actually Korean time 12 a.m. For JMT, the environment is not the most ideal time for following the schedule, but 12 a.m., 5 a.m., we all follow the schedule. I thank for Korean followers following the schedule. Thanks.
Okay, thank you for that.
한국에서 밤 12시라는 얘기거든요. 네, 그러니까 미국 오전 8시가 한국에는 밤 12시였는데, 네. 네네. 네. 그래서, 네, 감사합니다.
She said thank you.
Okay. You too.
Sorry. She wanted to make sure it was 12 a.m., so I told her that I translated as a 12 a.m.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. We have a question here, Master, from Robin's Nest. Master, earlier you said that you should not try to instruct or introduce others to Buddhist practice if they don't organically bring it up casually in conversation or out of genuine interest. I am a dedicated Nianfo practitioner. I practice chanting all 3 Pure Land saints every day. My brother has an affinity for Medicine Master Buddha, and he also is interested in mantra. Should I encourage him to take rebirth in the Eastern Bliss Pure Land?
I don't know. It's up to him. You can do whatever you want, but what really matters is whether the person has the blessings or not to be able to benefit from it. Okay, we want to help, but unless they have the blessings, they will not respond. They will not. Will not accept it. So it's not a whole lot we can do. It takes an incredible amount of blessings for people to be able to come to this kind of bubble, and let alone to practice for a week or a day or half a day. It's very, very difficult, let me tell you. And in fact, you don't realize it on the way here. You are vulnerable to a lot of obstructions as well. Okay, so it's your blessings that were able to help you get here. So this is our limitations. Until you come here, it's not a whole lot we can do for you. Okay. All right. Yes, too.
Master, I have a question about the Chanchi plaque behind you. Before I come, I did not know they exist. They were not on the brochure. And I asked around, I noticed that many people also don't fully realize what they are. Would you mind share a little bit about what they do, so maybe we can take advantage of it in the next Chanchi? Thank you.
Which plaques are we talking about?
Chanchi plaques behind you. There's pink one and there's red one. I think they are just for Chanchi. They are not like the typical plaques that we get.
Oh, those are from a Chinese tradition, where this is from my master's temples, I think. It's one of those. I don't remember anymore. Yeah, it's from his temple. I remember once there's a lady in Canada where my Master Shin was. I was at one of his temples, and a real nice lady, and she would come to cook for us. They took turn. Maybe they have one person would be responsible for lunch for Friday, another person for Thursday, and so forth. So they rotate, and each person would then have their own team. Okay, so this lady here, her time slot was Friday, and she's an old timer, so she gets to choose, and which slot and which day and so forth. And so she's known around the temple, and she's a long-time disciple of Master YongHua. And one day she came to the temple and she said, "Today is my birthday." I said, "Oh, happy birthday." And she said, "For my birthday," I said, "So what do you wish for your birthday?" She said, "For my birthday, I want one of those plaques, the red ones." I said, "Say what?" And this is, I was nervous back then. I have no idea what these things were doing for. And so I said, "What for? This is your birthday. We're supposed to give you gifts. You're not supposed to give us things." He says, "No. My Buddhist wisdom tells me that on my birthday, I get this kind of plaque here. This is Medicine Master Buddha plaque. That's red. Okay, and so that will increase my Medicine Master Buddha's blessings on my birthday. That is a much bigger gift than you were to give me money." And so, since her children did not believe in it, didn't know, and so she gave herself, I don't know how much it costs at his temples, that kind of gift. So she said, "So this is, I give myself my own birthday gift." So this is like we call it intervention, where actually there's a special duration here, where only a one-time deal, where because on these special occasions, supposedly the blessings have a much bigger multiplier than a normal day. Normal day, you go to the temple, you offer incense and so forth. Let's say you get tenfold of your blessings. On a special day like the Fochi or Buddha's birthday, Bodhisattva's birthday, and so forth. Those are special occasions. The multiplier is much bigger. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, depending. Okay, and so that's why the Chinese, they use it to increase the blessings, bigfold. Okay, and that's for medicine master blessings. That's right, the red color, and the yellow color is for rebirth. Yes, Diego. 6.
Thank you, Master. When I go to work, I sell some jewelry and different handmade stuff from Colombia, from Brazil. And when I go to work, I have the chance to share with a lot of people that practice yoga, practice a lot of different traditions, a lot of different teachings. And I am so happy and so glad that for me, in my opinion, what we have with you, Master, is one of the highest level of teachings, of cultivations that I can just wish to find in this world. And I'm so grateful for that, Master. And I'm starting to finally realize the beauty of the Great Assembly, because it's so beautiful for me how, for example, I was in the Fochi in Way Mountain Temple, and when we were meditating, I was looking around me and everyone was not moving. So it was so amazing to see how they can go to those levels, and that pushes me to go to try to grow, to be better each day. And then I go downstairs and Venerable Shentong is scolding me because I left the door open, and it's a lot of different things all at once. So it's so beautiful, and I want to say thank you, Master, thank you for this opportunity, for providing us these teachings, this Dharma. Thank you to all the Sangha, and I'm so grateful with you, Master, that I think I will never be able to repay for that kindness, Master. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone. All right, yes, too.
Emitofuo, Master. Exactly what Diego said about the Great Assembly is what struck me most on this Fochi. This is my third Fochi, and they're all so different. But the help that you get from the other people here is tremendous. And I just want to thank you, everybody, for your wisdom, for your support. And this was a wonderful Fochi, and I'm so grateful for Venerable Xian, who brought me here. She was very diligent about bringing me here, and I don't know how to repay her. I just want to thank her, and thank you, Master, because I have changed so much from being a jerk to someone now who really tries to be kind and compassionate, and constantly looking at myself for where I went wrong and how I could do better. So thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing with us. We should do more of that too ourselves. And thank you for coming from so far away to cultivate with us. Okay, and if your change is actually very good for your husband as well. Okay, anyone else? No more? Okay, and then we stop here. Thank you, everyone. And let's do the transference.